Unlock your gains mastering mind-muscle connection. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Today we're diving deep into some serious fitness knowledge. We're talking about the mind-muscle connection, man. It's not just some bro science myth. It's a game changer for anyone serious about leveling up their physique. We're gonna break down why this connection is so crucial, the science behind how it actually works, and some next-level techniques to help you tap into its full potential. You're gonna learn how to make every rep, every set, way more effective. Get ready to unlock gains you never thought possible because we're about to unleash the power of your mind to transform your body. This is gonna be good. The mind-muscle connection, your secret weapon. Alright, let's talk about the mind-muscle connection. This isn't some mystical woo-woo concept. This is about being completely present during your workout, focusing on the muscle you're working, feeling it contract and stretch. It's about making that connection between your brain and your body. Think about it. How many times have you gone through the motions in the gym, just lifting weights without really thinking about what you're doing? Your body's on autopilot, your mind's somewhere else, maybe checking out the hottie on the treadmill next to you. You're not fully engaged. That's where the magic happens, man. When you're really dialed in, focusing on that muscle, feeling the burn, you're creating a direct line of communication between your brain and your muscles. You're telling those muscle fibers to work harder, to grow stronger. It's like the difference between just hearing music and really listening to it. You know, when you close your eyes, you feel the rhythm, you connect with the lyrics. That's what we're talking about here, that deep connection. You've got to be present, man. You've got to be in the moment. Don't just go through the motions. Feel the weight, feel the muscle working. It's not about ego lifting, it's about making every rep count. This is especially important when you're pushing yourself to the limit. When the weight gets heavy and you want to quit, that mind-muscle connection is what's going to get you through those last few reps. It's that mental toughness, that grit, that separates the good from the great. And it's not just about building muscle, it's about preventing injuries too. When you're in tune with your body, you're more likely to notice any warning signs, any little aches or pains, before they turn into something serious. So the mind-muscle connection is real, and it's a game changer. It's about maximizing your gains, preventing injuries, and taking your workouts to the next level. The science behind the mind-muscle connection. So we've established that the mind-muscle connection is key for maximizing your gains. But what's the science behind it? What's actually happening in your brain and body when you really focus on that muscle? Well, it all comes down to something called neuromuscular activation. Basically, when you think about contracting a muscle, your brain sends a signal through your nervous system to that muscle, telling it to fire. The stronger the signal, the more muscle fibers you activate, and the more muscle you build. Now, when you're not focused, when you're just going through the motions, that signal is weak. It's like trying to send a text message with a bad connection. It might get through, but it's not going to be clear. But when you're dialed in, when you're really concentrating on that muscle, the signal is amplified. It's like sending that text message with a super fast internet connection. It's going to go through instantly and clearly. And the more you practice this mind-muscle connection, the stronger that connection becomes. It's like building a muscle itself. The more you use it, the more developed it gets. Your brain becomes more efficient at sending those signals to your muscles, and your muscles become more responsive to those signals. There have been actual studies, man, real scientific research, showing that focusing on the muscle you're working leads to greater muscle activation and better results. It's not just some bro science myth, it's backed by science. Think about it. When you're lifting weights, you're not just moving an inanimate object, you're using your mind to control your muscles to move that object. You're creating a feedback loop between your brain and your body. So, the next time you hit the gym, remember that you're not just working out your body, you're working out your brain too. You're strengthening that mind-muscle connection, which is essential for maximizing your gains. Chapter 3. Alright, now that you understand the importance of the mind-muscle connection and the science behind it, let's talk about some advanced techniques to take it to the next level. These are the tools that will really help you tap into the full potential of your mind to transform your body. First up, we've got visualization. This is huge, man. Before you even touch a weight, close your eyes and visualize yourself performing the exercise with perfect form, feeling the muscle working, feeling the burn. See yourself getting stronger with each rep. This mental rehearsal primes your muscles for action and helps you stay focused during your set. Next, we've got pre-exhaustion. This technique involves fatiguing a muscle with an isolation exercise before hitting it with a compound movement. For example, you might do a set of leg extensions before squats. This pre-fatigues your quads, forcing them to work harder during the squats and enhancing that mind-muscle connection. Another powerful technique is tempo training. This is all about controlling the speed of your reps, focusing on both the concentric, or lifting, and eccentric, or lowering phases of the movement. Slowing down your reps and really feeling the muscle contract and stretch can dramatically increase muscle activation and mind-muscle connection. We've also got isometric holds. These involve holding a static position at the peak of the contraction for a few seconds, squeezing the muscle as hard as you can. This intensifies the tension on the muscle fibers and forces you to really focus on the contraction. And finally, we've got drop sets. This technique involves performing a set to failure, then immediately reducing the weight, and continuing for more reps until failure again. This pushes your muscles to their absolute limit and forces you to recruit every last muscle fiber. Now, these are just a few examples, and you don't have to use all of them in every workout. Experiment with different techniques and see what works best for you. The key is to find what helps you establish that deep mind-muscle connection and maximize your gains. Chapter 4. Now you might be thinking, this all sounds good, Chad, but does this mind-muscle stuff really work? Show me the proof. And you know what? You're right to be skeptical. That's why I'm going to share some real-life success stories from people who have used the power of the mind-muscle connection to transform their physiques. I've got a buddy, a real gym rat, who struggled for years to build his calves. He tried everything: heavy weights, high reps, fancy machines, but his calves just wouldn't grow. Then he discovered the mind-muscle connection. He started focusing intently on his calves during every rep, visualizing them getting bigger and stronger. And you know what? They finally started to grow. He's got calves like bowling balls now, and it's not just him. I've heard countless stories from people who have had similar experiences. People who were stuck in a rut, not seeing the results they wanted, until they started incorporating the mind-muscle connection into their workouts. One guy I know, he was a hard gainer, couldn't put on weight to save his life. He started using visualization and tempo training, and he finally started to pack on some serious muscle. He said it was like he had unlocked a hidden gear in his body. Another woman I spoke with, she was recovering from an injury and had lost a lot of strength. She started using isometric holds and pre-exhaustion techniques to rebuild her muscles, and she was amazed at how quickly she regained her strength. These are just a few examples of the power of the mind-muscle connection. It's not just some theoretical concept, it's a real phenomenon that has helped countless people achieve their fitness goals. Chapter 5. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the importance of the mind-muscle connection to the science behind it, and even some advanced techniques. Now I want to give you some actionable tips that you can start using today to unleash your full potential and maximize your gains. First and foremost, eliminate distractions. Put your phone away, turn off the TV, and find a quiet spot in the gym where you can focus. Remember, this is your time to connect with your body, not the outside world. Next, start with a clear mind. If you're stressed or distracted, it's going to be harder to establish that mind-muscle connection. Take a few deep breaths, clear your head, and focus on the task at hand. Now, before you even touch a weight, visualize the muscle you're going to be working. See it in your mind's eye, feel it contracting and stretching. This mental rehearsal will help you activate the muscle and establish that connection. During your set, focus on feeling the muscle working, not just moving the weight. Squeeze the muscle at the top of the contraction and control the eccentric phase of the movement. Remember, it's not about ego lifting, it's about making every rep count. If you're having trouble feeling a particular muscle, try using tactile cues. For example, you can lightly touch the muscle with your hand to increase your awareness of it. And finally, be patient and consistent. Mastering the mind-muscle connection takes time and practice. Don't get discouraged if you don't feel it right away. Just keep practicing, and you'll eventually develop that deep connection with your body. Alright folks, that's it for today. We've covered a lot of ground, but the takeaway is simple. The mind-muscle connection is real, and it's a game changer for anyone serious about building muscle and improving their physique. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and leave a comment below letting me know what you're struggling with. I'm here to help you guys achieve your fitness goals. Remember, the power to transform your body lies within you. So get out there, put in the work, and unleash your full potential.